Hello there. Good morning, good day, good evening, to whenever you may be listening. My name is Mr. Mont, and it's going to be a pretty short one again, I feel like, this week. Not really much has that been happening in the big wide world. It's been a bit of a busy week for me, and just talk about just general stuff. And the usual news that has been going around, including sports, and there's a bit on movie news, but given there isn't that much, there's been some big stuff this week, but you never know. So, let's just jump right into the news and see what's been going on. So, first up is movie news, and well, there's not really been that much in comparison to last week. The movie schedule, there's been a few films, but there's really nothing majorly released. There's like films that are released in theatres to like tens and single digits, so not really much to note about. And yes, I am completely aware of that Captain America Civil War came out because it came out for us in England last week. And it's been out for a while, and now it's just released in America, so woohoo! And it seems to be doing well so far. It's currently being recorded on Saturday that it's received 75 million in the box office, so that's good start. And worldwide, it is doing already pretty well, as it has received almost over 300 million worldwide, and that's only been a week, so woohoo, good stuff there. As for other releases, it's not much, but I can say that on next weekend, during the week I believe, is when on DVD Deadpool will be released for the general public to receive, which is also good news. So yeah, that'll be good to pick up and purchase for that. Other than that, strangely nothing really much else. There's not really a lot coming out in the next 2 weeks. Just got to keep an eye out in case anything does come up, but oh well, you never know if something happens. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's see what else is on the docket. Let's now take a look at the weather report to see how things have been going. It's supposed to be nice and sunny today, although there was a large amount of rain that poured down, which is not the greatest thing in the world, but it's much better than big thunderstorms. But anyhow, speaking of rain, it looks like for the beginning of next week there's going to be a fair amount of rain. It's going to be a bit of sun for the last of the weekend. Seems we had a bit of a heat wave come through Bristol, where we're living, but also in London there is now similar amounts of stuff, sunshine and rain. In Edinburgh there's going to be a lot of sunny shines and clouds, not too great amounts. Bristol, back to Bristol again, and Swindon, yep, back to the usual plans. Oh well, all's well that ends well, I suppose. So, that has been the main docket for the weather. How is we looking on the sports? And the sports, I've lost my track. And the sports, we have the Premier League is still going on. Quite a lot of big stuff happened last week. Not sure what, but it was pretty important. At the moment, Leicestershire is against Everton, 2 up. Go Leicestershire, I suppose. See how they do. There's been quite a lot of stuff. Oh, it's going on for 62 minutes now. The rest of the things that happened throughout the day, it's Norwich versus Man United. Man United won 1-0. Crystal Palace won against Stoke 2-1. Sunderland won against Chelsea 3-1, and West Ham lost to Swansea at 4-1. Swansea did well that round, it looked like. Quite a lot of sports news going around. So, that has been the main amount of news stories for sports on that hand. So, let's take a minute, see if we can find some any interesting dockets for the news to close off this little podcast to talk about. And now we shall finish this story with I have looked all around the web to see what could be the best news story to finish off this week, and and oh boy, what place can we find a good news story of weird stuff going on in the world? Where else but Florida, where it's apparently law to just commit crimes in absolutely bizarre ways, as proven by this gentleman who is attempts to take a snake from a pet shop. And how does he plan to get the snake out of the pet shop? By sticking it down his trousers. Yep, that's right. He is quite literally, he is trying to steal a snake by hiding it with his other snake. Something like that, I don't know. How is this in any sense a good idea? You're hiding a snake down your trousers, someone's bound to ask questions, and they caught it on CCTV. It's... Only in Florida someone would try to pull something like this off. Heck, apparently last year or the year before, someone actually tried to steal a chainsaw by stuffing it down his trousers. What is it with stuffing these ridiculous objects down your trousers? That's just not gonna work. At least it shouldn't work, but oh well. Nevertheless, it's quite an interesting news story, and quite a bizarre way to close off the week. So yeah, once again, this has been a nice short one, but with not much else to talk about, just has to rely on other things. And there is the music closing us out. I hope you all enjoyed. If any of you missed my last week's podcast when I talked about Captain America Civil War, feel free to look online and onto my YouTube channel or my SoundCloud account to listen to the podcast there. As that, I cover off my thoughts on what I thought of the movie when I went to go see it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed listening to this, and I hope you have a very lovely week going forward. And as always, make sure you have a very nice day. Thank you for listening. Goodbye. I really need to make some better closing statements.